Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Enfys Tarot. Today is November 18th, 2024, and we will be on our third installment of Modern Nirvana Mondays, where we select a prompt card from the Modern Nirvana Oracle deck. Sometimes it's a few, sometimes it's only one, and then we follow up for more detail using the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So I hope everyone is doing well. We are getting ready for this shift into the age of Aquarius, which begins tomorrow. So everyone celebrate the last day before the age of Aquarius begins. I hope you are doing what you can to bring some things to completion and making space for what is to come. Sometimes that can be tricky. If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling kind of slow and out of sorts, that is par for the course right now. So I've been hearing that is what we can all expect to be feeling at this time. So let's find out what the Modern Nirvana Oracle deck wants us to talk about today and see what direction the community can be heading in. All right, let me give this one more of these and cut. And I think I'll take one from the bottom, one from the top, and one from the middle. Okay. Perception, equanimity, and one. Wow. Okay, so this is clearly a reminder for us to be really present to the fact that we are all connected. We are all one, okay? There's no real difference, no real energetic difference between one person or another, between one person or the planet, the universe. We are all connected. And that is what right now the universe wants us to understand about entering the age of Aquarius, which I find really, really beautiful. Let me go ahead and open up the book since we are doing Modern Nirvana. I'm going to just do a quick explanation from the book for each one of these cards. Let's see where we're going. All right, I've got perception. Where are you? There you are. All right. O mind, abandon this perception of diversity and realize that unreality of your own independence from the infinite consciousness. This is liberation. Wow. Okay, so not only is this about perception, but this is 100% talking about our oneness with each other and with the universe. Let's see. Here's the mantra for this card. I see what I wish to see, and these visions empower me to create my own reality. I understand that projection is an illusion, and I free myself from poisonous thoughts. I use my mind's eye to create magical potions of awareness that remind me of my inner power and clear away all toxic mirage. The reason I think this is so important today is because if you listen to a lot of really good astrologers, which I am not one of. I'm strictly a tarot reader. I do not have any strong background in astrology. I just know who to listen to. They're all saying the same thing, which is that as we are entering into the age of Aquarius, it's kind of like a timeline jump, and it's going to be really critical right now for us to choose our timeline. And so we have to be aware of the perceptions that we have been having that are toxic and that are creating the world in which we don't want to be. It's really important to hold your power right now, to stand in your power right now and select your course, select the trajectory. Be present to your thoughts and be present to where those thoughts are causing you to act. And do what you can right now, especially to get yourself in the right frame of mind. So, it's not about necessarily how you're going to get there. Right now, it's really important to be focused on what you want, where you want to be, and then have trust and faith in the universe that it's going to get you there, get you to where you want to be. So it's not about the how right now. You have to have some faith right now that the how is all going to work out. Right now, it's about getting yourself in alignment with the life you truly want to be living. All right. Equanimity. Let's find out what that message is for us today. Here we go. Okay. If we follow our thoughts to arise and dissolve by themselves, they will pass through our mind as a bird flies through the sky without leaving a trace. That's Dilgo Kitans Ripoche, which I know I just totally botched that pronunciation because I've never heard of that person before, but that is their quotation. This is about, let me just kind of breeze through this a little bit here and give you sort of a synopsis. I mean, this is very much about enlightenment. This is reminding me of the Temperance card, being fully as you were created, despite your experience, despite the environment that's surrounding you. So being fully engaged with your present moment and allowing the world around you to exist, and you're perceiving it as it is existing rather than perceiving it like from a place of projection. A lot of times we kind of get trapped in this way of wanting to navigate, wanting to change who we are in order to acclimate to our surroundings, right? Which is important. I mean, being able to pivot, being agile, that's really, really important. And there is a time for that. There's also a time to be still. There's really a time for stillness. And right now is a time for stillness. Being able to be still and come from that stillness and observe what's around you rather than project yourself onto it. You know, there's a key difference there, projecting and observing. So being able to remove those filters and to remove those filters requires a sense of stillness and balance. Okay. So maybe today, if you're having a little bit of trouble doing that, take some time to do some breathing exercises and, you know, just find that stillness. It's a good day for that kind of meditation where you're doing maybe the box breathing, but paying attention to the space between each inhalation and exhalation. So you breathe in, and then that space before you exhale, that's your stillness. So see if you can play around with that today. Maybe do some of those breathing exercises. And then 1 is the final card from this deck today. Let me see. What is the message that is coming out for this? Okay, you learn by reading, but understand by love. So you learn by reading, but understand by love. That's Shams Tabrizi. So yeah, this is also really so much about not being focused on the intellectual concept of understanding something. It's the difference between practice and theory. You know, it's like being able to observe something, observe yourself, observe those around you, observe what is around you from a place of love and not from a place of objective thought. You know, you're just observing, you're just connecting. This is a big connection reading today. So I like to get the basic gist of our reading today from the modern Nirvana cards, but let's see how we can really practice that today by using the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Let's see if we can dive in a little bit and see how this appears. And I think we're going to play a little game with this too. Instead of just doing a regular spread, let's do a spread that consists of self, others, environment. And I feel like there's one more, action. Okay, so we'll do self, others, environment, action. Let's get one card for each to start there and find out what the universe wants us to know about how to engage or how to act. What is needed for each one of those as we are within the conversation of this modern Nirvana deck. Okay, so self, others, environment, and action. All right, so first of all, I think it's really important. The message for coming out for self is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is our ability to surmount obstacles. It is the victory card of the deck. It's when we are completely capable of navigating challenges and overcoming obstacles. So when it comes to how to relate to yourself today, it's clear that it's really important you have a degree of confidence, a degree of understanding that you are whole and perfect as you are. You have everything it takes to overcome whatever obstacles you're faced with. And this can be an absolute success for you. However, whatever timeline you're planning on moving into in this age of Aquarius, you need to have the confidence and self-assurance to know that it's doable. You can really do this. With your relationships with others, you want to be more clear about how you're assessing people, okay? This is going to be a time for a lot of people to be changing, a lot of people to be acting abnormally when, you know, like you're not used to people acting the way they're acting. This is a time where there's some upheaval, some changes, and people are going to be acting differently than you're used to, and you might not feel comfortable there. You might be assessing the situation and considering whether or not you approve, you know, and what you want to do with it. With this Seven of Pentacles in reverse here, it's reminding you to really have an understanding of what you're looking at, okay? Don't try to project onto what you're looking at. This could be a misjudgment a little bit. And this card kind of brings this sense of like disappointment. You might be feeling slightly disappointed in the people that are surrounding you right now. And if that's how you're feeling, just sit with that for a minute. In fact, let's pull another card here. I'm astonished that this card came out for how to deal with this right here, because this is the communication and teamwork card. Can you guys all see that up there? So the Three of Pentacles is about having a common goal. And you've got to be able to, when this card is coming out for a question like this of how to work through your disappointment surrounding others, it's about communication, having a common goal, and working together. So you want to meet people where they are, and you want to invite them to meet you where you are as well. This does not have to be a time for discourse. This can be a time for cooperation and collective effort and working together. Your environment right now, it seems like it's going to be a little bit of work navigating this environment right now in this time of change, in this age of Aquarius. The Ten of Wands coming in here is suggesting that it feels like a burden. Something feels like it's a really heavy weight. It's too much work. Let's find out what to do with that. Well, the first thing you want to do is let go of your worries and anxieties. The Nine of Swords coming in reverse is like acknowledging that you have these worries and anxieties about it, and then letting those worries go. Anxiety is a difficult thing to let go of because you can't reason with anxiety. You know, when you're feeling anxious about something, when you're having worried thoughts, you can't talk yourself out of those anxieties and worries. You've got to kind of meet it from another angle. So it's not necessarily the time when you're worried about the amount of work this is going to be. It might not be a time to try and remind yourself that you can do it, you know, even though we're starting off here with this victory card. This might be a time here in order to navigate the hard work, to find other ways of releasing anxiety. So that could be through meditation, it could be through breathing exercises, it could be through whatever tools you have at your disposal. Family is a big one. The 10, I love that we're meeting the 10 of Wands with the 10 of Pentacles, because this is a card about family and union and safety and abundance and tools to work with. So find your tools, find your family, find your cohort. There's so much already in this about working together with people, and I really love that message. Now, when it comes to how to, what action to take through here, you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse, meaning there might be some upset feelings. You've got sort of an emotional upset, not knowing how to navigate emotions, not understanding what your emotions are trying to tell you, and failing to hold the space for that. So when the Queen of Cups is in reverse, it's really asking us to get clear on honoring those emotions and holding the space for those emotions. That's going to be your action to take in navigating this change into the age of Aquarius. And let's see if there's more. There's the action card. You've got the Four of Swords coming in reverse. When the Four of Swords is upright, it's like, okay, time to take a break. It's time to rest. When it's in reverse like this, it's saying your nap is over. It's time to really take action here. And the two of Pentacles coming in here reverse is saying you got to be able to go with the flow. Yes, things are changing. The tides are shifting. It might make you feel a little bit off balance right now, but there's so much water energy in this action column, and I think that that perfectly coincides with the fact that we're going into the age of Aquarius. Being able to get your sea legs under you, you know, like really being able to dance along with the rhythm, not being afraid to stumble a little bit. It's okay to stumble a little bit, but it's the getting back up and dancing along and moving along. And this is sort of this eternal pattern of being able to move back and forth, you know, lean from one side to the other, see where this energy goes and where that energy goes. It's really balancing out your emotional well-being. And then here is another reminder that this is not a solo journey. This whole age of Aquarius push, although Aquarians are certainly individuals, like they're really good at being very unique. They have their own special character. They shine that out. They're outside of the box thinkers. They're seed people. They're idea people. It still requires community. It's working together. It's everybody getting on the same page and having a common goal. So that's the reading today. Here's what we're being asked to do in order to fully engage with this massive shift and get the most out of it, like how to get onto the timeline that we want to get on. And most of it really boils down to that sense of oneness and connection, and getting together with your community, connecting with people, working together. Let's stop with this division, this divisiveness, this constant opposition. It's really time for a shift in the other direction. So I hope that was helpful for all of you navigating this time. Bottom line, it really is about working together and getting connection. Should I pull one more card? I'm feeling like I should pull that one last card. Let me just do it like this. That feels right. the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is saying, okay, it's time for us to really be practicing this, putting this into practice. It's no longer time to be like just talking about it. Okay, it's time for us to be actively doing it, which makes sense because for the past couple of months since I've been doing these videos, we've been getting a whole lot of readings that really talk a lot about this, a lot about manifesting, how to get on board with other people, how to move forward and create the timeline that we want. And this is telling us it's time to take action and it's time to start practicing. So I hope that this has been really helpful and illuminating for you guys. It certainly was for me. Anytime I have a chance to talk to Spirit and get their messages, I certainly do feel like I understand a little bit better than before. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. If you think it's helpful for others, please share, and I will see you later. Thanks for stopping in.